Well, hello and welcome friends to another video tutorial. My name is AtYourServiss and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm so happy that you stopped by today. So today is going to be a little bit interesting because normally I have a sample of what we're going to make, but today I don't. So we're just kind of going to create as we go and see what the final outcome is at the end of the video. But also stick around to the end of the video because I have lots of cards to show you that I made using the Wildflower Birthday specialty designer paper and the new Spring Corners stamp set. I know there's a bit of a glare on that one, sorry, and the matching dies. So let me show you a little bit first about this awesome designer series paper. It's actually so awesome. I don't have all of it to show you because I've been using it up, but I do have some of the patterns that I will share with you. This is a beautiful combination, I believe. And then you have this pretty paper with the gold foil accents. And then on the back, another piece. Oh, is that the same? No, it's not the same. Let me show you. So here it is. So you can see these are actually two different pieces, but they both have the gold foil accents, as does this one. And then some of the different pieces that I still have left to show you. One of my favorites is this one with the gold foil, so lots of little birthday cakes. And then there's another one here that I didn't get to show you, which was also one of my favorites. I love the shades of colors in that particular piece of designer series paper. And I think that's probably everything. Pretty sure that's all the different patterns. But along with those patterns of designer paper, you get 4 sheets, 2 sheets of die cuts, and 2 sheets of like pre-printed tags. For instance, here's one of the tags, and actually that one looks half cut off. Oh, probably because I may have used the back piece of this. So here's another pattern that I didn't get to show you. And then we also, so here is some more of those pre-printed pieces. And you see that one. I can get them all in the camera here. So that gives you an idea of the pre-printed pieces, and they all have that orange flowers on the background. And then some of the die cut pieces are the one that we're going to use today, which is this one, which I love. Some little cupcakes that match, as well as some larger pieces, so some flowers, balloons, and oh, there's just so many. But you'll see a lot of these in the samples that I show you at the end. So I'm not going to dig all of them out, but there's a lot. There's a lot of pre-printed pieces. There's some more. So let's get started. I'm anxious to show you this card. This card is pretty simple, especially using the little die cut birthday cake out of the packet, designer series packet. And so we're going to start by just showing you, I sort of started some of it. So I've picked a piece of a paper pumpkin that measures 11 by 4 1/4, and then also a piece of peach pie that measures 4 by 5 1/4. So again, pumpkin pie. The pumpkin pie measures 11 by 4 1/4, and the peach pie measures 5 1/4 by 4. It's also embossed, so that's optional. You can do that if you'd like. You could use any embossing folder that you wanted. I've used the one called Eyelet 3D. Okay, I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 4 5/8 by 3.5. I'm going to bring in my corner sentiment that says, wishing you an amazing day. And I'm actually going to emboss this card. So I'm going to put a little bit of my embossing buddy in that corner. I'm going to stamp. Then I'm going to take my Versamark pad, which is a clear sticky ink. I'm just going to ink that up. And put that down. I have my pad in here with me. I do not. Okay, I'm just going to lay that right in that corner. Press down. And then I'm going to bring in my gold embossing powder and sprinkle that over that sentiment in the corner. Oops, that one doesn't want to stay. I don't know if I got enough ink on that little spot. Okay, that's better. I think I got a little too much somehow on the W. Normally what I would do is I'd have a little tiny brush, paintbrush, that I don't have handy, and I would just kind of brush that off. I'm just going to try doing that a little bit. It's a little thicker than what I would like, but yeah, I'm going to put you on hold just a minute and go get a brush. Be right back. Okay, I think I fixed it, but I want to tell you something that I noticed. So I actually went back and tried to stamp it again because my paintbrush wasn't quite as thin as I wanted it, so I was having trouble just getting off the little bits that I wanted. So I stamped it again, and I noticed that the W kind of did the same thing. The reason I'm telling you that is because I do want to say this. Every once in a while, I will get a stamp, and you may also have had this experience where it just doesn't stamp quite right. If that happens to you, Stampin' Up! Does warranty their products for up to 90 days, and even sometimes, based on what the problem is, they may even warranty it longer. So when you get your product, try it out. Make sure that it works the way you want it. Don't let it sit on your shelves and then 90 days go by, and then you go, oh, I forgot about that. I want to play with that a bit and get it out, and something isn't quite right with it. Still let me know, or your demonstrator, if I'm not your demonstrator, but I would love to be. Then we can contact Stampin' Up! For you, or you can actually contact them direct and get that product replaced. So one of the things I've worked with Stampin' Up! For over 20 years now. One of the things I highly, highly, highly brag about all the time with them is their customer support, their customer service. It's excellent, and I've never, ever had a bad experience when dealing with them. So just know that. Okay, so I've got my heat tool now. This is going to make kind of a bit of noise, but hopefully I can mute it when I'm actually editing the video. I'm just going to take this and turn it on. It will be noisy, but I want you to see the process that I'm going to do here because it's so cool. If you've never seen embossing before, you're going to love this. So I'm going to heat this powder up until it's shiny, and then it'll be transformed into something that won't brush off. Right now this is just powder, so if I were to take my finger and go across it, would just brush right off. But once I heat it, it turns to enamel, or I guess it's enamel, something like that. Anyway, it looks like enamel. Then it will be permanent and will not brush off. So let's watch and see what happens. Okay, you can see it starting to turn. It'll turn from like a dusty gray color to a beautiful bright gold. Hopefully you can see that on the video. This actually is what convinced me I wanted to be a demonstrator. When I very first saw this technique, I just thought this was the coolest thing ever. Okay, so that W didn't come out too bad. It's pretty good actually. But like I said, if you ever get something that just isn't working just right for you, by all means, contact your demonstrator or contact Stampin' Up! Direct. I think I was going to give you their number, but it's on the back of any catalog. I want to say it's 877 Stamp Up. I'm not sure about the 877. I think that's right. Okay, so now we have our embossed feature, and then I want to take this. I want to use some dimensionals to pop this up. I can use that. Oh, no I can't. Okay. Add some dimensionals. Actually, let me zoom back out so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just adding some dimensionals to the back of this die cut that comes in your design, right with your designer series paper. It's not a separate product. I think that'll probably do it okay. And just get the backs off of these. And you could actually add like a little strip down there at the bottom. I might just do that just in case you've never thought of this, but I'm sure you probably have. But it's my job to be informative, so I'm just going to take these two little pieces right there. I think they'll fit. If not, I can cut them down further. No, they'll fit. And I'm just, well, actually, yeah, they'll barely fit. Cut the little tip off of that one and we'll be good to go. There. Okay, and then take the backing off of that one. There. Yep. Got a couple more I didn't do. Okay, that should do it. Alright, then I'm just going to add that right to the middle, or should I put it over to the edge? I kind of like it right in the middle. And then just going to add it. Actually, you know what? I think I might like just trim a little tiny bit. No, I'm going to leave it. That's what you call creating on the fly. Now you could do a couple things with this. As I'm looking at it, I'm like thinking, if you wanted like another layer of color around this white piece, my suggestion would be to sponge it. That's sort of my go-to technique when I don't have a lot of space to possibly add another layer of cardstock. But if you wanted to, you could maybe take another piece of pumpkin pie and just a super thin layer, like, well, let's fake it here. Let's see, maybe down on this side might be a better way to show it. Oh, on the back, that'll be a perfect way to show it. Okay, like right here. Like maybe just a really teeny margin, like so, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch even, to add some color around that element. Or, as I said, you could just simply sponge it in pumpkin pie ink. And then, again, you could raise this layer up on another, like on more dimensionals if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that only because I try to be really careful about adding a lot of dimension to my cards, because then guess what? Take it to the post office, they want to charge you extra, as you all probably are familiar with. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to actually put this right on the card. Is it going to be stubborn and be clogged up? Maybe. Oh, here it comes. Okay. Yeah, there's a little piece there that's kind of hogging up the system. Put that out of the way if I can get it off my fingers. All right. And then I'm just going to add that right to the card front. I think I got that straight. Looks pretty good. Press that down. And voila. Look how easy that was. And I mean, in my opinion, I think it's really cute. Now I'm noticing this little corner right there didn't get glued down very good. So I'll show you a little trick that I've shown people several times. Just take a little piece of paper, a little scrap paper, put a little glue on it, slide it under the corner, and voila, all fixed. Maybe another little piece right there. Okay. All right. You like that one? I do. I like it. And to be honest, I'm not a real fan of die cuts. I mean, printed die cuts, but this pack was really pretty, and I really did enjoy playing with it. So let me show you some of the other cards that I did make with this. Now, I've got plastic sleeves on all of them, so hopefully they won't, the light won't be too big of a problem. So I get well. Now, I did take this tag, and I actually cut that top piece off. Let's see if I can find one handy real quick. Show you what I mean. Okay, so this piece across the top. You can see I've used this, but I cut that off so it didn't look like a tag, and just used it that way. And then this I actually fussy cut out of what I was telling you was my favorite cardstock in that pack. I fussy cut those two cakes, and then this is just a mix of a lot of the different elements in that pack. When I saw that birthday cupcake, it just dawned on me that I was going to put this one in the center of this card, in the inside, but I also want to put like a white layer in here before I do that. So I'm going to do that off camera, but just so you know, you can also decorate the inside of your cards with these little die cuts. And so those two are two of the ones that I've made. And then, let me get you a few more. I've got several more actually. Here's another one. Again, that's a tag with the top piece cut off. You can see that with the reflection. Hopefully you can. This is one of my favorites. And with this one, I can't really say I did anything special. I did use some different die cuts, or a die cut actually to go behind here. You can see that. I think it will. I think that came out of the designer tags die set. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that one, please. Then there is this one. So I did this one with. I'll grab that real quick. With that die cut, or that pre-printed page, and then I just added a few embellishments, and I added the happy birthday just by coordinating the colors and using the should have got the name of that one. It is a die set. It is current as of today anyway, but I'll add it to the video. When I do the video, I'll add the name there. And then I did this one. Now this is using one of the bigger dies, so there's several big ones like this size that you can use. And so I used the big floral piece, made a get well soon card out of that one because I just thought that was nice and cheery. And then I also, this is probably my favorite, this is called a bandstand, I think floating, no, not floating, a bandstand horizontal pop-up card. I did a video earlier where I showed how to make a floating vertical bandstand pop-up card that eliminates this white circle, and instead there is a window sheet in this area. So when you put, well, actually I've got that card, hold on. Because I just made this video earlier. So this is the vertical option, this being the horizontal, and this one having the window sheet. So I think you can see that. So you just attach your sentiment or your element to that window sheet, and then it makes it what they call floating. So this also is made from the set that I just did. That's so you get 2 of these elements in your kit. You get 2 of each of the elements in your kit, and so that's what I did with the other one. So I hope you like this video. I really enjoyed this paper, even though, like I said, I'm not a big fan of pre-printed die cuts, or what they call nowadays called ephemera. But maybe this kit changed my mind, or not kit, it's just a pack of designer series paper. I'm thinking it might have changed my mind, because this was a lot of fun to play with, and I thought the cards turned out really pretty. So Wildflower Birthday was the name of it. Let me see if I can get some of these cards back out here for you. Let me zoom out first. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. And bring this down a bit, and there's a few of them. There we go, another one. So let's see, these 2 have the exact same design on the back, the triangles, as well as this one actually. And then another one, there's this one, there's this one. So there's a lot, as you can see. But I hope you enjoyed making this one with me today. And I hope that you might get that pack of designer series paper and try your hand at it. And I'd love to see what you make. And so send me a picture in the comments or email me and show me what some of your ideas were. And actually, I didn't go into this too much, but before I say goodbye, it also comes, the bundle comes with these different dies in them as well. So not only do you have the stamps from the corners, but you also have some die cuts that are corners, this one as well. This one and this one together, the circle and the starburst, make a really cute sunshine. Obviously the hearts, we can always use those. And this one does, this one actually, I did a video using this one, so look for this one on my channel. It's actually cuts out, how do I even explain that? It cuts it out so that you can put like a paper behind it, and the flower would actually be, if I do it this way, there. No, that doesn't show it. But anyway, watch my video because it's in there, and I think you'll like it. It's a purple card, and I did it like maybe a week or so ago. So check out my channel. Come back and visit me often. I love having you, and I definitely would love to have your comments, especially if they're positive. You know, obviously the negative ones are kind of like, I kind of cringe at those when I get one. But thankfully I don't get them too often. So subscribe to my channel. Come and check it out for yourself. And until then, take time to stamp. It's good for the soul.